From the sweet sounding girl next door to the woman owning her truth with bold new sounds, Good Girl LA is no longer asking for permission. She's rebranded, reloaded, and ready to take and shake the system. Today, we pull back the layers, the music, the myths, the moves, and the message behind this brand new Good Girl. Has she gone rogue or is she finally real? Let's get into it. Welcome to J on Air. Good Girl LA is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. I mean, how are you
Yeah.
feeling? You're having such a moment. I know you've had moments like this, but I feel like this one is really different. The sound is different. The look is different. The fans are new. It's stronger. It's an entire thing. How are you feeling about everything happening, especially with the release of this EP, Good Girl? That is not such a good girl, Sha, but you know, how are you feeling?
Man, I'm excited. This has been like a long time coming. So I'm just excited. Like, this is all I want to do is just share music, share art with the world, you know? So I'm just happy to be in this moment right now.
You know, I was listening to the EP again because when we have guests, of course, I listen to your music, but just to really get into it, I listen again. And there's this growl you've always had.
Yeah.
I think on what song? Was it based song? There was a particular verse where you were growling. So I could tell that the love for music, it's not just about fame. It's not just about money.
Yeah.
You really love music. What has music meant to you, you know, from growing up till now?
Man, music has been like a mirror to myself. It has been a form of self-discovery and the way that I master myself and the way that I interact with the world around me and the way that I'm able to even interact with other people's lives. So music is like a medium. It is a mirror. It is everything to me, you know.
Do you remember your first interaction with music that just made you realize this is what I'm going to do? Who was that person? Do you remember where?
I mean, since like I could talk, I noticed that I started even like the advert on TV. I'm already like dancing along with them.
Yeah.
So I know like right from then I already liked it.
Yeah.
But one moment that was like really pivotal was me leaving a Papa amusement park when it was still a thing.
Okay.
With my dad.
Okay.
And there was this eatery that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
It was like outside the place. So my dad's like, obviously we've played, we've run around, and he's like, let him get us like snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
So we get in there and Lady Gaga's Bad Romance is just premiering like worldwide. I walk in there and it's on screen. And she's doing all the weird movements that I've been seeing myself do in my head when I fantasize in the room. And I'm like, oh my God, she's doing the weird thing. And I'm just looking and I'm gagged. My mouth is open like this. My dad is calling me, what do you want to eat? I can't hear anything. I'm just looking at Gaga. Like,
he was saying chicken pie or Miss. You were saying Lady Gaga.
I could not even hear him. I was just on the screen like this. My mom. I was gone. I was gagged like the house down boat. So that moment really, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not that weird. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah.
Look at her. You know? Yeah, that moment really changed my brain chemistry like forever.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, we're
really
going to
did.
come back to the music, but let's talk about growing up. Since you brought up, you know, your dad.
Yeah.
And what was growing up for you like? I mean, I read somewhere that you grew up in a Jigule.
Yeah, I was born in Najigule. I grew up mainly around First Stack side.
Okay.
First Stack Mazamaza.
Okay.
Then we now moved to Okoko, Lasso,
Okay.
Yano School. We moved to that side. Then it was from there that me and now ran away from home. I moved to the island. I started squatting and became a studio rat. I'm like, man, what's this? Yeah, what's going to start building my dream? Like,
Yeah.
I ran away from home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like around that axis, very hood, very trenches.
So let's talk about leaving home. What age was this? And did something happen at home that made you realize that, you know, I cannot do this from the house. I have to move to where there are like minds, people that want to make music like me. I need to be in the studio. Did something happen at home with your parents? Talk to us a bit about that.
I mean, I was 17.
Wow.
And I already knew by then that, man, I want to do this thing. But my dad kept saying, you must be a doctor. You know, African parents.
Yeah.
You must be a doctor. You must be, you know, an engineer. In my house. You cannot do this in my house. I was like, oh my God. it was such a problem. And when he literally forced me to go to school. I didn't want to go to school because I'm like, I know like the whole industry is in Lagos. I don't want to leave Lagos. I don't want to go anywhere. And music, you have to start young. I'm like, I don't want to leave anywhere. My dad said, don't worry. If you're in medicine that you are studying, before you know it, Beyonce is looking for you. How will Beyonce be looking for me when I've not done anything?
When she's looking for a doctor now, she will find you in the hospital.
African parents kill me. So my dad is like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't want to write jam. Lagos was full. I didn't want to write jam. I was fighting my dad. When I finally wrote jam, I had to go and write in Anambra because Lagos was full.
Wow.
So I made it into like medical school, nursing, medical and surgical nursing. So I had to go to Calabar. Then I now left Calabar. Like, I just came back to Lagos and I did not carry my bag, nothing. Wow. I just left and I said, I'm never going back. My dad said, I would disown you. My dad disowned me literally. Wow. So I'm like, I have to get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to get out of here. So I'm just like, man.
Was your mom ever in the picture?
African mother, what would she do? Listen to him. What would she do? She couldn't really do anything like that. But I was just like, I have to take my destiny to my own hands. Like, even if when I left the house, I had 5K.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I had this friend on Instagram. Yeah. I have this friend on Instagram, Spotless, Techno's brother. I'm like, I'm going to go to his house. Like, he was in one label house. I was squatting there, just I became a studio rat, and that's how I built brick by brick, man.
Wow, amazing. So leaving home, did you like still keep was there still a line of communication with your dad and mom, or did it take a while before you guys were able to reconnect?
And it took like 2 years before I spoke to my parents again because I was disowned.
Wow.
Yeah, I was literally disowned.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was in touch with my sister. Yeah, she was in Yabatek then. I was in touch with her then. Okay. Yeah, so we just saw like maybe once every how many months because she too is busy. Yeah, it was just me, man.
You had a dream that you were so passionate about, but of course family is still family, and you had these memories because again you shared seeing Lady Gaga, but again your dad took you there, so obviously you guys shared some moments. I mean, you're pursuing something you love, but there are people you're leaving behind, and then you're hearing somebody that you grew up with saying, I'm disowning you because you're not following the path I've laid out for you. How are you able to connect both?
I mean, it was heartbreaking, but I love music so much, and I've always known since I was a kid that I wanted to build a legacy, and nothing was going to get in my way. I've had people not want to even date me because they knew I was an artist. So wow. I've grown this shell, like I'm a monk. Like now, like things don't affect me like that. So back then, I was heartbroken by it, but the passion behind my dream was greater than any rejection. So it didn't matter. I was just like, when I get the bag, you people will be on me by then. So I didn't care.
So where are you guys now? Where is it? Where are things with family now?
I mean, it's cool. It's all right.
All right. So let's move on to you being a studio rat, right? You moved in with Spotless. You were just becoming a studio rat, listening to the music, trying to make music. What was that experience like, and how long were you there for?
Man.
And where the island was it, like Lekki, Agungi? Where?
It was Lekki phase 1 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was there for like from there I went to another place to squat. From there I went to another place to squat. I squatted in about 6 places.
Wow.
From here to here to there. But in matter of fact, the first year that I started like, I want to do this. Even when I started putting my head from school, that's where I met the person that signed me now, Andrew Vibes.
Wow.
Yeah, close to like 10 years ago.
Wow.
I know. So those seeds I planted, I'm literally still reaping till now, I never regretted it. But the thing is, it took a while. Before I even dropped Far Away, it took like 4 years first before I dropped like the first song that gave me some spark. It took a while. I didn't have a phone when I uploaded Far Away, so I went to the cyber cafe to pay for time.
Wow. Were there moments where you were like, wow, I'm squatting here, my parents have been telling me, is this going to work out? Is this dream really, am I going to, is a kid going to be watching me like I watch Lady Gaga on the screen and want to say, I want to be like Good Girl LA?
You know the thing, I've always looked in my mind, like, man, there's this quote that I have written on one of my jotters that I used to recite like over like the last 3 years all the time, and I used to first think it in my head over the last 10 years, but then I wrote it down the last 3 years, and the quote is, it doesn't matter what like my surroundings look like right now. I'm born with the fire in my bones, and I won't stop until and I can't spread that fire to the rest of the world. Like, I don't care what it looks like right now. I don't care if I'm in the hood. Like, and I've been like that since I was a kid. I used to fantasize, see myself on stage in foreign countries, and it was never even really here when I was younger. I always just see myself outside doing this. So no matter how hard it got, because I developed that routine of always speaking life into myself as a kid and seeing what wasn't in front of me yet.
Yeah.
I always was able to do that for myself. And there was a time over the last 3 years where I was like, damn, man, like I've been in this game for a while and like I've never really gotten like any attention. Like I've never been signed, and even people that didn't do as much work as I did, you know, they've already like been signed and they've gone ahead. And I'm just like, damn, you know what, maybe I should just, you know, because I like animals, I like water, I like nature. I'm like, maybe I should just look for a farm somewhere and just go. Like I had that thought over the last 3 years. But every time I think that and I just sit back, that thing comes back because I developed that muscle as a kid. So it comes back and like, no, the whole world is going to hear me. I don't care what it looks like right now. I don't care.
I love it,
You know?
so much. When did you know that this is beginning to pick up? This is beginning to make sense. What was that moment for you?
It was from Far Away, the first song I put on SoundCloud. It was from that song. I started to get videos from countries outside Nigeria. I started to get videos from India.
Wow.
From US.
Wow.
From China. Then I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on. And the whole internet thing was not even a thing then, like that. And I'm like, oh, hold on, okay, something is happening here. Then I decided to find a way to upload the song actually on Apple Music and everywhere. Yeah. And when I uploaded it, I noticed that my number one country in my metrics was US, UK, France, and even till now, sometimes Nigeria just comes to like number 4. But
Nigerians side eye to us.
Yeah, sometimes even till now, Russia, I was there. Yeah, someone on my TikTok live said they were there. Yeah, I got videos from Russia too.
Yeah. So from Far Away, you gave us other tunes.
Yeah.
Do you want to mention some
like
of those?
Bless Me?
Yes.
Then Ellie Momo, Vivector.
Yes. We're going to talk about Ellie Momo, but let's talk before Ellie Momo. Ellie Momo came out in 2021.
Yes.
In 2020, there was Bando.
Yeah. Well, no. Bando was still 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. But before then, there was Bless Me. Bless Me was the one that, I mean, Bless Me by metrics became bigger and Far Away.
Wow.
Yeah. Bless Me was, I mean, Bless Me trended in Jamaica. I mean, I would have gone, but I didn't have a team. You know, like
time,
that.
So
then.
there was no way to
capitalize on the buzz. It hit number 3 in Barbados, Apple Music.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really crazy in the Caribbeans.
Wow.
Yeah, St. Lucia, it hit the Apple chart too in St. Lucia, and this was just organic. Yeah.
So talk to us about Ellie Momo.
I mean, it happened randomly. I was going to say hi to someone, and I went to the person's house, and Victor was there, and he's like, "I want you on my album." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it right now." And he's like, "Huh? I'm going somewhere." And I'm like, "No, let's do it right now." And the person I went to say hi to is like, "Yeah, you guys should do it right now." Call the producer, and Victor's like, "I'm going somewhere." The man is like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
So that's how we did it. And
was there out of fear that you said, "Let's do it now," because you can say you want something and then we don't see again?
I know. Well, the person that I went to see, he was like the person handling Victor stuff at the time.
Okay.
So he insisted, and he had the power to insist and make it happen. And he shot the video too.
Wow.
Yeah, he shot the video too because it wasn't a priority for them at the time. They had the moment with Emma and all of that. So he was like, "Let's shoot the video. Let's do it." And then the song blew everybody's mind when it came out with the reception. So. But obviously, you know, business is business. If you're not pushing a song on a certain level, it doesn't matter how good it is, you know, and there's only so much Nigerians can do for you.
Yeah.
You know, so the song just basically was here, you know, it didn't hit like its fullest potential. Because of like the infrastructure behind it, but I mean,
you feel like if there was a bigger,
obviously,
obviously,
we would have been out of here. So that probably been a 1 billion view song.
Yeah,
if you had the right, if you had the right motion.
Ellie Momo had that potential to be 1 billion.
Yeah,
a calm down, a rush. And all
it
that.
It
wow.
did.
So for those that don't know, you know, this is mid interview. Just do hippie, so they know, so they are awake.
Hippie, yeah. Keep it on the low, my safari, yeah.
Oh, stop it, I like it. I mean, amazing. You've done so much. And we're gonna come to the rebrand, right? The look is different. But over your career, you've done a lot of changes with your hair. What is the story you're constantly telling with your hair?
Well, I feel like hair is one of the strongest ways to pass a message as a brand, as a person. And that's one of the reasons why in this era I'm sticking to this hair, and I'm not changing it. Like if you watch, every time you see me, I pull up like this with the bangs, you know, with the bang. Yeah, I pull up like this with the bangs. It's cause the bangs is like one of the ways historically that women signal that they are very wild and free. Yeah. Bangs, especially there's this saying, the shorter the bangs, the wilder the woman.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, there's this saying. So the bangs is one of the ways that, because you know, you cut your hair and then you cut it in layers, like it shows like I live life on my own terms, I live by my own rules, you know. So that's the message, that's who I am right now, that's how I feel right now, and this hair like passes that message the most. So that's why I'm like, this is the hair I want for this era.
What moment was it that you said, you know what, this industry, I've been here for a while, people may not pay me as much attention as I deserve, but you know what, I'm going to wear my bangs and truly be wild and free and be who I am and have a different look?
It was during my hiatus, but it was already, because you know, I told you when I saw Gaga, I'm like, oh my god, she's doing the weird thing. Like, I'm not that weird, I'm not that crazy. But again, I'm in Nigeria.
Yeah, true.
You know, people don't say, you know, now they're calling me Afro winch. They say I look like a winch.
Afro winch.
They're calling me Afro winch.
Let me guess. It's on TikTok. Is it TikTok people saying that, or is X people?
Twitter, and I mean TikTok. But TikTok, they love it. I love my TikTok community. They're as unhinged as I am.
See,
you know, I know you dig. Right? Like they're as unhinged as I am. I don't want to be rejected. But then over like the last 3 years in my haters, I'm like, man, this is my one life. What do I care? Like, damn, no, I don't care if I'm going to be rejected. I'm not scared of the rejection anymore. I'm not scared. I want to live my truth. I want to show up. I want to put myself out there. I do not care. Like, I want to do the weird thing. I want to say the weird thing. I want to be the weird thing.
So let us talk about the music that you're having right now. I mean, Good Girl came out, you know, the EP.
The project, in less than 2 months. First, when me and Andre, like, we decided, you know, to do this, we were making a lot of music, and we made close to 30 records in less than 2 months.
Wow.
But then I'm like, the project is not done. So after like December and holidays, and when everybody came back, because Andre traveled, when he came back and all, I go back in the studio, and the first day I go back in the studio, I made Good Girl and Boss It in the same 24-hour space. Wow. So when I made those two songs, I'm like, the EP is done now. Yeah, the EP is done now. I didn't even know. I knew the name of the EP was Good Girl, and I knew the message, but I didn't even know I was going to make a song that was titled directly after the EP. I mean, I knew I was going to spread the message throughout the records, but I didn't know that there was going to be that one. But when I made that song and busted the next day, I'm like, okay, that's the project. We're done.
I mean, talk to us a bit about the lyrics. How did you write, and how do you write? Do you listen to the sound, or are you feeling something and you say, you know what, I want to put this out in words? How do you write, or do people collaborate with you when it comes to writing? Talk to us about that entire experience when it comes to producing and writing records for yourself.
Well, it goes in every way, because sometimes I have the idea, then I get in the studio and tell the producer the idea, then we form the music around it, we play the piano, we form the chords and build the drums. So with Good Girl, we were in the studio just, you know, okay, I know like I'm not done with it. Like there's this like, I was trying to let the producer know I want to like make a song where I really, really talk about the kind of limitations that I put on girls and how we don't care about it nowadays, like how girls' minds are changing. Now we're like focused on our money, we're focused on ourselves, like there's a lot of like self-love, you know, with the girls going on, and I'm like, I'm in that place too, and I know that if I feel it, the girls feel it, and I see that we all feel it. So I want to make something where I really talk about that. I need to have a song where I talk about that. So when we got in the studio, where Jeffrey was playing the piano, he's the one that I made the records, most of them with. Jeffrey was playing the piano, and the first thing I had in my head was, I was never looking for love in Lagos. 24, and I ran down bus in my eye, don't see it. It came like that, directly back to back.
Wow.
So I'm like, yeah, that's it. I had like a 7-minute, I was just speaking what was coming into my mind. Then when I got to that part, immediately I said, I was never looking for love in Lagos. I'm like, that's the song. That's the song. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's build the drums. Let's go. Like, so sometimes I write like that. Sometimes I have the idea, then I go in with it, you know. And with the aesthetics, it was just obviously I already had that going. And when I decided, you know what, I'm going to do this, I started showing up on Instagram as that. People started saying, hey, this is demonic. You and Rema. Hey, what is Afrobeat turning into? Illuminati don't they carry our artists? Hey, this is demonic. What did I know here? Girl, they were dragging me. So this is demonic. I didn't care. I was just doing my thing. Then when I linked up with Vibe, like a year after I was showing that aesthetic, Vibe said, I love what you're doing with the look. I don't want to touch it. I just want to upscale it. You know? That's how it happened.
That's amazing. But what is that song that you're like, this is a jam? You people pay attention to this one as well. Or you just want to get to just be enjoying yourself? Back to back.
The last song on the project.
Back to back. Why do you say back? Why back to back?
Because that is on that song where you're saying, you're just where I'm literally going, if you don't like what I'm doing, if it's paining you, look at the transformer.
Yes.
Daddy, hug it. Like, it's just me saying, I don't care if you don't like what I'm doing, I'm going to do it and I'm going to give you back to back. And every time you say I can't, I will.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, I mean, let's go back a bit. I mean, this is a new sound, this is a new vibe. I'm enjoying this moment and I'm loving this energy, this free, loving energy. You're loving this moment you're in. You took a break.
Yes.
Why did you take that break? For someone that is as passionate about music, about 2 years you were off the scene. Why? What happened there?
Well, you know how I saw what happened with Eli Momo. I saw what has been happening like so far with like my career, where I make these amazing records, and because I don't have the machine behind me, they are just underrated. Like, I have a whole catalog of classics that are just underrated because I don't have the machine. And I'm like, it's difficult to do things when you don't have the finance on that level, because no matter how you try to slice it and dice it, turn it and twist it, the people at the top are the people that have that support behind them. So I'm like, I need to get my business right, and I need to level up my sound and my image so that I can really do this thing on the level that I know that I want to do it at, and the level that I know that I will be doing it at. So sometimes you might know deeply that you deserve to be on a certain level, but you have to put in the work to really, really be in that level and be able to show up properly in that level. So I'm like, I need to get my business right, because the funding is crazy. Nowadays, you sometimes, if you're not careful, $100,000 won't even be enough to push your music nowadays. It's not enough.
Did love play a role there? Because again, you know how people say when people come into their own, come into freedom, and I'm not just talking about romantic love, I'm talking about love with friendships, even though I like to know the term romantic love too, Sha.
Yeah.
But did love play a role there? Because when people come into their own, especially what you've experienced, getting disowned at such an early age, and 17, you're already pushing, having these amazing records, hitting the ceiling, not being able to pass through that, and then, you know, meeting up with the industry. I mean, looking at you now, you may not remember, I've interviewed you before, you know, but it seems like I'm talking to a different person, you know, and I love the freedom. But the love, romantic love and friendship love play a role in getting you to this point.
Well, I've never been in love. Like,
Wow.
I've never like been in a relationship before. I've had a few flings like when I was younger, but
Just flings.
yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
serious.
but not really. But friendship, yeah. I mean, I'm a very sensual person, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I've just not been in like a long term. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, this is my boyfriend of 5 years. I've not been in anything like that. So I it wasn't I had this heartbreak and it transcended. There's that part, but I actually had that period. It was more, the stuff that happened was more related to friendship. I had like a lot of friendship betrayals, a lot, especially like when I stepped away from the scene. Before I even did, I had a lot of a lot
People in the industry or outside
people in the industry, outside of it, you know, also coupled with like the fact that my family wasn't there. You know, I was alone for a long time. Yeah.
And so do you not have people that are showing up
Yeah, I
more
do.
for you, that are
I do.
not, you know, betraying you, that to an extent are giving
I
you,
do.
not because of what's happening for you now, because to be honest, I know that where you are at now, you're gonna have more people wanting
Yeah.
to join the club. I mean, you're
Yeah.
having more fans. So are you afraid that that's gonna happen again?
Well, one other thing that I did in that period where I was alone is I became a psychology nerd, because I wanted to figure out why did they do what they did? Why did the people that tried to sabotage my career, why did they do? I wanted to figure out, how does the human mind work? Like, I literally became a psychology nerd. I wanted to figure out, how does the human mind work? Why did they do that? So in a way, I went as deep as looking at MRI CT scans of people's brains. How a man's brain functions when he sees different objects. What part of his brain lights up, and how they associate things. How women too, what part of our brain, like the chemicals we secrete during intimacy. I went that deep to figure out, I was so obsessed with like knowing how humans think. So I feel like that's the reason why I said my brain don't bust and my eye don't hear. I know so much now that I can't go back. I've gone too deep, I can't pull out no more. So I know so much now that I'm not really phased anymore. Like, even when people approach me, I can already tell what I'm looking at, what it is. Like my discernment is crazy. It's through the roof now. Oh my God. It's through the roof that sometimes I can't even have fun, because I already see some and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, like, it's through the roof now. So I don't have that fear anymore. I'm just like, my discernment is just through the roof. And I notice how much more rare real relationships are. And I feel like in Nigeria also, we need to start paying more attention to mental health. Like, sometimes I think, look at the amount of people that, okay, in the US now, you can tell, oh, this person has schizophrenia, this person has bipolar disorder. And I'm like, so how many millions of people in Nigeria are walking around here? Crazy,
yeah. Now nobody knows.
And nobody
knows. Too,
yeah. And, going also into like personality disorders, narcissism, the dark triads and all of that. So it's just, I don't have that fear anymore. It's just very on the fly for me to tell what I'm looking at now. So I think it kind of makes it easy, and it just pulls the veil back, and it's fun. It's fun.
If you were to call out something in the industry, what would that be? We've had people say so many things about maybe partnerships or whatever. If you were to call out something in the Nigerian music space, what would that thing be?
Sociopathy. Yeah, the sociopathy is through the roof. I feel like it's through the roof. And sociopathy is like only the way there's the culture of wanting to own people like properties, the way there's the culture of not looking at people as human beings, but as a means to an end. There is no genuinity in like the friendships, and people are only with you for what they can get.
All right, as we wrap this up, let's have some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You like rapid fire questions? What kind of games do you like to play?
I mean, I like mental games. So
mental games.
Yeah, rapid fire sounds mental.
Do you like?
I like physical games where I can hold the tool, like arcade games where I can shoot a gun, throw a knife.
Of course, this era. Of course, I'm not surprised. So, an artist you would never feature with again, or an artist you would feature with, or you want to feature with?
Fola.
You want to feature?
Yeah, I want to feature Fola.
Nice. It's on the lineup to be on this show, by the way.
Oh, shout out to Fola.
That's an artist you would
I would
never
feature. Portable.
Why?
Even though I feel like he's a philosopher.
Why?
But I just will never make music with him.
Why? You never say never.
But I feel like he's a philosopher though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a philosopher, and he's a Pisces. I feel like he's a philosopher, but I just don't think I'll make music with him.
Okay, let's go to one word for your ex.
We never dated. Who are you? Who are you? Who?
Okay, this one. Most fake thing about this industry.
The love. Oh, the love. Then the fake come.
She has seen things.
Yeah, I was trying to tell y'all.
Okay. First thing you would do if you were invisible for a day?
Go to Central Bank and steal all the money.
Wow.
Girl. I share it for you people.
What scares you the most? Fading fame or heartbreak?
Fading fame or heartbreak?
Yeah.
Well, fame always fades, so it doesn't scare me. Heartbreak doesn't scare me either.
But which scares you the most?
A man coming outside to say I wanted him first. That scares me. That scares me.
Okay, an artist that Nigeria, you feel like in Nigeria deserves more flowers.
An artist?
Yeah.
Olamide Bado.
Why Olamide Bado?
Because I noticed how when he came out, a lot of people were saying, oh, he's Raz, da 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 da. But that is our culture. You know what he did? That's our culture, and he's the person that has put on. He's one of the people that has put on the most stars in the sky. So I feel like people don't appreciate him enough, and even now, he's still behind most of the hit records. So I feel like Olamide Bado, like he deserves more love. Yeah.
And the perfect way to wrap this up, when you're no longer on earth, the earth just explodes. I don't know what your faith is, what you believe in, but we're no longer here. What do you want people to remember about Lady LA, good girl LA?
Man, that she did not care. She did not give a F. She did what she wanted to do. She was loud. She was proud. She was unforgettable. Yeah, that's what I wanted to remember.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much, good girl, for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was so amazing. This was so fun.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
The EP Good Girl is out right now across all streaming platforms. I mean, I feel like you should also be following her TikTok. That's where the fun is really happening. I mean, Instagram people are getting small. So what's that TikTok again?
I am Good Girl Ellie. Everywhere. If you're searching for me everywhere, including Snapchat, is I am Good Girl Ellie.
What happens on your Snapchat? Anything fun?
Oh, the things I don't even post on TikTok are on my Snap. My Snap is like the inner circle. Yeah, so if you're on my Snap, yeah, you get to see it all. Me sitting on the bed, me having breakfast, me complaining that I didn't eat, me complaining that my nail pulled. Just
so Snapchat is the place to be.
Snapchat is the place.
Okay, good girl.
Also,
I am Google LA as well.
I am Good Girl LA.
All right. This was a fun interview. Jay Steak, I mean, I had such a great time talking to Good Girl LA, but the thing I'm taking away from this is that at the end of the day, you have to be yourself. The world will catch up at the end of the day. Be yourself. The world will catch up. We have Journey on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on 6 p.m. right here on 88.5 UFM and across social media as well. Now, the video to this interview will officially be out on YouTube tomorrow on J on Air TV. You see everything happen as it happens, the energy, the vibe. So make sure you subscribe, J on Air TV. I will be back on Monday. Monday's guest is one that, you know,
I can see them already adding me on Snap. Pow. Okay, hi guys.
You the power out. Oh, girl.
The power of, yeah, man. Power of J.
Yeah, tell them. All right, people.
Yeah.
All right, good guys. Thanks for being here. I mean, wish you all the best going forward, and I cannot wait for you to break and, you know, go beyond that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, people. I'll be back here on Monday at exactly 6 p.m. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Bye.